Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Double honors to our apostles, the elders, the great millstone, never well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, iron pushing the truth and sincerity, the water for which I do. We love you. We appreciate y'all through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom to y'all. It's Brother Dawud died here from the great millstone camp in Atlanta. Lord willing, here to give you edifying lessons in the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Right? Sitting here in my truck right now. And, yeah, man. You know, lesson real quick. I'm saying, before I end the night. And that's some of those mysteries that we talked about. I'm gonna get back into truck. Kind of cool. Also, that's some of those mysteries that we spoke about. You know, they don't. It's not for them to understand that hey, Yahweh Shai is the true Savior. You know, we have to go through Him to get to the Father. You know, kiss the Son, lest He be angry. You know, they get caught up. You know, it's a mystery. You know, uh, you know, 2/3 of our people won't be put to death. You know, what I'm saying? Like, and when I say it's a mystery that 2/3 of people going to, it's a mystery that you know only the elect is going to get that. You know, because it's really not a mystery. It's really straightforward. However, it's for the elect to accept that because if you're an emotional nigga, you ain't gonna accept that. You're gonna be like, no, I love my people. I don't care if they do right or wrong. That's off. That's what. Now we do love our people, even if they do right or wrong, but um we don't how you call it enable our people. So if you see somebody in the ancient world, if you saw two people that was a part of your nation amongst your community, and they were doing wicked shit that was punishable by death. You're not supposed to be like, oh, I love my people, even if they do wrong. No, you're supposed to actually put them niggas to death. That's just how it was. You're not supposed to turn a blind eye to wicked behavior. You know, but you got people who get choked up on that shit. You know, and that's a mystery. Because it was given to the elect. It wasn't given to them. The so-called rape doctrine that was given to the elect because and it's crazy because that was actually a law back then. But I'm talking about in now times. You got emotional niggas who believe that that wasn't you know a part of the doctrine, a part of the law, but it was right. These are mysteries. But now prophecies is what this is really speaking about. I'm not trying to go too far off. It's talking about the prophecies, man. It's given unto the elect to know that, man. To the prophets to know about the prophecies, man. You know the things that the chariots that you see that you call UFOs, those are chariots of the Lord. That's those are mysteries, man, and we know that. It was given to us to know that. Lord willing, be a part of that number, man. To them it was not given, man. They're not going. They're not going to accept that. The UFOs, or what they call UFOs, are chariots of the Lord. That they're angels. They're not going to accept that. But who cares? Who cares what they accept, man? It wasn't given to them to understand that. It wasn't given to them to understand reincarnation. You know, they believe all these fables, right? The hell doctrine, and there was a war in the heaven. They believe that shit. Satan was cast out, and he was the most beautiful angel, and he had the best singing voice. Like they be making up all this other shit that's not even in the scriptures. But when we say reincarnation is real, they turn they turn over in their graves, man. These people are nuts, man, because it was given to us to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. To them, it was not given, man. Lord willing, be a part of that number. Verse 12 says, for whosoever has to him shall be given, right? Exactly. And he shall have more abundance, but whosoever hath not from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. So therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. Right, and they don't want to. Right? It says, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which said, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and not perceive. Right, exactly. Right. What I'm saying? It was prophesied that they was not going to get this, man. It says, for this people heart is wax gross, and their ears is dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. And yeah, because if they get it, man, the Most High is gonna, and they get healed. The Most High is gonna have to, forgive them, and they get saved. But no, the prophecies, everything's been written. 2/3 of our people got to be put to death, and then they, understand that what they did was wrong, and then they got to come back to reincarnation. It's a system that the Most High has placed in order. You know, it's not their time to turn over to understand, because if they hear this word, and the Most High had to blind them, because if they hear this word, and the Most High has to heal them. You know, if they accept it, and so the Most High blinded them, just like He blinded Pharaoh's heart, man. Just like He blinded Pharaoh, man. He didn't, because He wasn't supposed to let us go like that. He had to actually come after us and you know die in the sea and whatnot. Him and His troops. It said, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your eyes, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them. And that's really, that's talking twofold. That's us, you know what I'm saying? Because we actually understand the things that these prophets, that our forefathers, the prophets, they broke these things down. They didn't even understand the mysteries really. They understood them, but they didn't really understand things that we're breaking down today. Right? Verse 18. Let's hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, there cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same as he that heareth the word, and Anon with joy receiveth it. It says, yet hath he not root himself, but dureth for a while. So there's that word dureth. See. Oh, I got it. Third person saying they are called calm, consistent. Okay. Yeah, consistent. Prophet remaineth wrestle, so they endure pretty much for a while. It says, for when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. Yep, exactly. And a lot of these people, they get offended, and we spoke about that, right? We spoke about that. You know, they in that first game, they get offended. Shh, it's about the truth, bro. It's, it's offensive to be offensive by this truth, bro. It is offensive, and even myself, man. Not, even myself, I can't stand it when the Knicks, like, we know that it's not meant for them to get it, but it's like you get offended in hearing somebody hear what you got to say about this truth, and break it down, and them like kind of get offended by it. You like, yo, bro, this is pure righteousness. It's only right that we get offended. The scriptures say that um, surely it was a surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. And when people get offended at this truth, it offends you, and it's oppressive. It's annoying as hell. Now I know, a lot of, apostles and elders, they've been in this thing for a long time, so they don't even get offended no more. They just laugh it off and just keep pushing. But it's like I'm still in this stage where it's like, bro, you really don't get now. Now I'm not saying I act on these emotions, but in my head I'm like, yo, you really don't get it. I'm like, it's not for you. I'm still offended. I'm like, yo, really? Yo, are you stupid or something? Like I'm from England. Are you stupid, bruv? You stupid, bruv? You know, so let's keep going. It says, he also that receiveth seed among the thorns, as he that heareth the word and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word and become unfruitful. But he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understanding, which also bear fruit and bringeth forth fruit, and bringeth forth some in 100-fold, 60 and 30, which is what we're doing right now. We're prophesying, trying to bring in, bring the elect in. Tares among wheat. It says another parable, but he forth unto them, saying the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. It says, but when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. Right. So there's people who don't belong into this truth who may look like they might belong in this truth. You know what I'm saying? And you got certain men, or what even women, you have certain men and women who they might appear so to be Israelites, but they're not really Israelites. Really they're Edomites or really they're other nation. Those are tares, man. And but the tares gonna be sifted out though. They're gonna be sifted out. And then there's truth as well. Men that don't belong to be in here, they're gonna be considered as those tares too. They don't belong here. They're gonna be sifted out, and they're actually being sifted out right now as we speak. Not talking about anybody in particular, but men are kind of getting cut left and right. Now I'm not speaking about anybody in particular, but you know, a lot of people are being, sifted. It says, so the servant in the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in the field? For whence then hath it teared? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Will thou then that will thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while you gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow let both grow into the harvest. And in time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares and bind them in bundles and burn them, but gather wheat into my barn. So they'll be sought out, man. The reapers, because those are the angels. The angels going to be able to sift them out in that day, man. It's not up to us, man. You just Basically, it's a story about this is a parable about being patient and watchful, right? Keeping your head on the swivel and keeping an eye and a lookout for unawares. Now, because scriptures say that Satan get advantage of us. Uh, I believe it's 2 Corinthians 2:11. So we are not ignorant of his devices, right? So the angels are gonna, in that day, sift out the tears, man. It says, another parable put forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds. But when it grow, it is it is the greatest among herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge into branches thereof. And this is another parable. This is pretty much another thing of being, patient, man, having patience and using wisdom. You know, it has another parable speaking to them. The kingdom of heaven is likened unto leaven, which a woman took and hid 3 measures of meal to the whole was leaven. All these things spake Yahweh Shai unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them. So, because there was this thing is like a puzzle, and you got to put you got to put the pieces together, man. You know, he spoke to him in parables because it's not for everybody, but people would try to act like it is for everybody. This book is not to be accepted by all, man. It says all these things spake Yahweh Shai to the multitude in parables, and without parables spake he not to them. So if he wanted everybody to come into him and accept him, then why he didn't be straightforward with everybody? Why did he make it a mystery? It says that might be fulfilled, which is spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth into parables, I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. Then Yahweh Shai sent the multitude away, and went into the house, and his disciples came to him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. He answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. See, those are Edomites. All right. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. Like, see, we said that earlier. The reapers are angels. And that's what I meant when I said the tares. By the way, they're the they're really Edomites, because I did make mention that they also are men of this truth, but not they're not. That's not what it is. If I'm gonna break that down correctly. and stick to the doctrine, and be on point, you know, they're eating like, you know. But this chapter is about men who, you know, grow up in this truth and then, I mean, I grew up in this truth, they're in this truth and they fall out or whatnot. I kind of made like uh, kind of like what do you call it? When you kind of compare it to, forgot what it's called, but yeah, the Terrans are just Edomites that look like Jake. Put it to you simple like that. That's what we're taught. Um, it says, "As therefore the tears are gathering and burn in the fire, so it shall be at the end of the world." Because we already know they're gonna serve 1,000 years of slavery, and they're gonna be bundled up and burned by fire. Point blank period. So the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. They shall be wailing and gnashing the teeth. Yes, and the missiles, talk about the missiles. Because then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. But again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure in the field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath and buyeth that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls. But when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered all of every kind, of gathered of every kind. Which when it was full, they drew shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just. And that's what we do. We try the man by the spirit, man. That's pretty much what all this is talking about. Trying by the spirit and whatnot, and keep the good ones and get rid of all the wicked ones. It shall cast them into a furnace of fire. This should be okay. We read that. Then said he unto them, therefore every scribe which is instruction to the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is in a householder, bringing forth out of the treasure that's new and old. And it came to pass that when Yahushua had finished these parables, he departed thence. And when he was coming to his own country, he taught them in the synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished and said, "Whence hath this man this wisdom and these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary, his brother James and Joseph and Simon and Judas?" Here because they're like, "Man, we watched you grow up, man. Like we over here talking, all this stuff about the Most High and parables and speaking with such great authority and wisdom and knowledge. We, aren't you this man's son? We watched you grow up, man. We know who you are, But they were being proud, man. It says and they couldn't believe it. It was astonished. It says yeah, and they were offended in him. But Yahweh Shai said to him, "A prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and his own house." And he did not mighty works there because of their unbelief. Man, so he should have done some on his own time, you know. But Lord willing, he was edified, man. That's a deep script chapter. And we're gonna go through it one more time too. I'm gonna pick even more meat off the bones, Um, Lord willing, I'll do a part two, get with some brothers and get some counsel on that, you know. I'm quite confident with the way it was broken down. It's just, man, it's just so much like precepts and stuff like that. There's so many things I can go into. But Lord willing, I'm gonna do a part two as well and go even deeper on Matthew 13 chapter. It's a beautiful chapter. Lord willing, you edify. Shalom.